when I was working abroad was when I was 17.
In economic terms, Poland is one of the fastest growing countries in the European Union.
The pool of potential migrants will become smaller and smaller.
Jaarlijks werken er meer dan 100.000 Polen in Nederland. Ze komen hier voor een baan. Ze willen meer verdienen. Of een beter leven krijgen. Maar ook Polen staan niet stil. Modernisering moet gaan zorgen voor meer welvaart. De aansluiting bij West-Europa moet gevonden worden. Kunnen wij in de toekomst eigenlijk nog wel rekenen op onze Poolse migranten? En zijn de Polen eigenlijk vervangbaar?
This travel trunk is quite solid. It looks that the owner was quite rich.
Michał Kopczynski is historicus. Samen met zijn collega's is hij al meer dan 6 jaar bezig om zijn droom te verwezenlijken. Het Nationaal Pools Historisch Museum. Volgens Michał is de Pool niet zomaar een arbeider, want hij werkt hard en hij is creatief. De Polen zijn niet direct vervangen door mensen uit andere landen.
For instance, Henry Ford in his memoirs wrote about Polish workers who made a lot of small changes, but small but important changes in production process. He wrote, Polish workers are really hardworking and they are non-stereotypic in their work and they have very good ideas.
It turned out to be that Polish people are relatively mobile. And this is maybe the precondition. So not only people who are simply, for example, looking for a job or they're without a job, but they should be also willing to move abroad. And Poles, they have proven that they are really mobile. So they are using the common European labor market to a large extent.
They take the chance.
They take the chance, yeah.
Majority of ideas created by Polish engineers are patented by bigger companies. For instance, General Electric, Boeing, Samsung, and many multinational corporations have big research and development institutions in Poland.
I decided to go there because I wanted to earn some money. I wanted to show my family that I could manage with many things myself, that I can work hard.
Je ouders achterlaten om in het buitenland te werken. Claudia was 17 jaar toen ze vanuit Bielgoraj vertrok naar het Engelse Leicester. Het was een tijd met gemengde gevoelens. Het was zwaar, maar ook een uitdaging.
Not every of them were nice for us, because they don't treat us as we are native. They know that we are migrant workers, so for example, they can't reply good morning to you. The worst job for me was when I was working in warehouse with electronics, because things were very heavy and we have to, for example, move them from one pallet to another one. It was a school of life, I think, and I think that every young people have to see how it is.
If you consider particular destinations, those migrants who are choosing, let's say, United Kingdom, Ireland, Netherlands or Germany, they differ significantly. And I will emphasize it significantly. So on average, those migrants who are choosing Ireland or the United Kingdom, they are much younger, they are much better educated than those choosing Germany and the Netherlands.
This is my school and I think it's the best in Bielgoraj. It's the biggest one. And we have many opportunities.
Claudia keerde terug uit Engeland, maar ze ziet haar klasgenoten stuk voor stuk vertrekken.
Yes, I know many people. It's a good opportunity for us because we can earn much more money than here. Yeah, and everyone can find a job abroad. It's sad because I think that when I'll be older, I will not have too many friends here because everyone will be in another country, and that's sad.
So the wages are increasing every year, so they're much higher than in 2004. I think Poland is one of the fastest growing countries in the European Union in economic terms. However, these wages are still much lower than in Western Europe. When it comes to unemployment was much higher in 2004, 10 years ago, and now it's really low. It's on average lower than in France, for example. But it really varies across Poland. So we are in Warsaw now, in the capital. In Warsaw you don't have any unemployment. However, if you go outside, just outside Warsaw, 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers to the east, you will find places when you have huge unemployment.
Het stadje waar Claudia woont is zo'n plaats met hoge werkloosheid. En vooral voor jongere mensen is er niets te doen. Bij gebrek aan een baan is alcohol vaak de uitweg. Biligorre heeft ongeveer 25.000 inwoners, 3 supermarkten en zo'n 20 slijterijen. En er is een discotheek, Club Exodus.
So I don't really like going there because they play disco polo music too often, and that's why I'm bored here. So here in the summer we like spend times with friends, just sitting and talking to each other.
Do a lot of people go abroad to work?
Yes, lots of them, lots of my friends actually.
Why?
Because they want to earn some money. They could earn much more than here. So.
Maar de vraag is hoe lang de Polen nog naar het buitenland vertrekken. De lonen stijgen al jaren, de werkloosheid neemt steeds verder af en zelfs de overheid doet er alles aan om de Polen tevreden te stellen.
It's a very populistic government, so they basically are giving money to many families now, and the big question for economists is how we will pay for that. So, for example, we now have a subsidy for your second child and third child. You receive some money, and the cost of all of that is half of the budget we spent on schools, on education in Poland. So that's a lot of money. They also increase minimum wage, which is, you can think it's a good move, but many companies employing low-skilled people are actually closing now because they are no longer able to pay their salaries. In the short term, I don't think anything will change. In the long term, it's really a question.
Op de campus van de Universiteit van Warschau staat het migratiecentrum. Paweł Kasmarczyk doet hier dagelijks onderzoek naar de Poolse migrant. Ook Paweł denkt dat er op korte termijn niet zoveel zal veranderen, maar op de lange termijn des te meer.
All the European societies is facing a demographic crisis, so Polish population is aging. However, in the case of Poland, the process is more rapid and more dynamic. As a consequence, the labor force in Poland is shrinking. And it's right now it's still not that well visible, but apparently in next 2, 3, 5 and definitely 10 years we will see it for sure in terms of labor markets. So if we consider only demographic factor, apparently the scale of Polish migration should decline.
So in the future we can expect less Polish people go to the Netherlands?
We should expect less people moving abroad generally, but also including Netherlands, if nothing changes apparently in terms of competition between countries of destination.
We moeten dus de concurrentiestrijd aangaan met de landen om ons heen. En dat kan best moeilijk worden, want de mening over Nederland is aan het veranderen.
For countries like the Netherlands, what really matters is maybe to change a little bit the picture and the perception in the Polish society. Because, you know, prior to 2004, my opinion is that the Netherlands was perceived as a liberal, open society with very friendly and very generous labor market. Now we know, and people generally know, that this is not necessarily the case. We know that not that good jobs with not that good labor conditions, etc. So this is the picture that predominates.
Vooral de uitzendbureaus zouden moeten veranderen, wil de Pool naar Nederland blijven komen.
Because agencies, they are offering a lot in terms of housing, work, security, social security, etc. And apparently this is very beneficial for particularly not that well-educated people, and this is very beneficial at the beginning of the story, but in the end it can be very dangerous. And why? It's simple. Because those people who are staying in the Netherlands, and I said many of them for years already, they have very limited contacts with Dutch society. They don't know the language. They don't know the society. So really they, in my opinion, the chances for successful integration in Dutch society, if they decide to settle, they are very, very limited.
Er zal een hoop moeten gebeuren, willen we in Nederland kunnen blijven rekenen op de Polen. Waar de Pool in de toekomst gaat werken is onduidelijk. Tenminste, voor de meesten.
I try to study a lot for my matura exams. I want to study English with Spanish in media and business. And maybe I'll go abroad for 1 year. In the future, I want to work as a cabin crew in Arabic country, in Arabic airline, for example Emirates or Qatar Airways.
You know, migration from Poland to the Netherlands is still quite massive. So it simply says that for many Polish people, this destination, Netherlands as destination, is attractive. So if it's attractive, so apparently there is something that could be done in order maybe to help those people and also to help Dutch economy to grow. So this is obvious. I guess this is sort of win-win situation, but apparently some actions are needed.